Hey everyone, and welcome to the course. This is Economics of Healthcare Systems, Rider University for the spring 2026 semester. My name is Joe Shin, and I am the instructor for this course. The goal of this video is to really just go through and walk you through everything that is a part of the course. Hopefully you are fully aware that this course is being administered entirely online and there is no set meeting time. Before we go ahead and dive in to this course, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. As I mentioned, my name is Joe Shin. I have been teaching here at Temple for about 6 or 7 years now. I also teach some other schools in the area, including Temple University, Rutgers University, Rowan University. And I've been teaching for about 16 years now. That is my side job. Full-time, I work for the government. I am an economist at the Department of Housing and Urban Development, and that's a job I've been doing since 2010. So that's enough about me. Let's go ahead and jump into the course. So what you're going to see here is the syllabus for this course. As I mentioned, it's Economics of Healthcare Systems. Here is my contact information. I do not have a physical office on campus, and so all office hours will be done via Zoom, and they'll be done by appointment. So if you need to meet with me for any reason, just shoot me an email and we will set up a time. Here's the required prerequisites and required textbook. The textbook is a little bit old, so you'll notice that with some of the numbers in there, but I do update a lot of it in my slides. The reason why I use this older version is that I do think that it does a good job in teaching health economics. So the main theories are sound in there. Course description and learning objectives. Web access. So as I mentioned, this course is entirely online. Everything you're going to need to find will be on Canvas, which I will show you in a couple minutes. On here, you're going to find all assignments, lectures, quiz exams, and any links to anything you might need. And you are responsible for keeping up with all assignments and asking any questions if you have them. Each week runs from Monday through Sunday, and all materials will only be given a week in advance. So at the start of the semester, weeks 1 and 2 will be available. Week 3 will become available at the start of week 2. Week 4 will become available at the start of week 3, and so on and so forth. As far as the course grade, here is the breakdown. We have your weekly discussions, quizzes, midterm exam, and cumulative final. Breaking it down a little bit, with the weekly discussions, during most weeks you'll be required to participate in discussions via Canvas. Now, you'll be given a topic and be required to make 2 posts during the week. Now, in general, everything is due by the end of the day on Sunday. The one exception is your first discussion post. And so, with the discussion posts, you are to log on, and then sometime between Monday and Wednesday, you're to see what the discussion topic is. And by the end of the day on Wednesday, you are to post 1 original comment on the topic. And then sometime between Thursday and Sunday, you're to come back on, look through the posts that were made by other students, and then directly respond to one of them. When you respond, you can agree with what they say, disagree, expand on whatever it may be. Just make sure you are respectful. Each post should be roughly 1 paragraph long and be an original thought. Quizzes. Every week there will be a quiz, and it will cover what was covered during that week. There's no makeup for the quizzes, and if you miss a quiz for any reason, you will get a 0. However, the lowest 2 quiz grades are dropped at the end of the semester. All quizzes are going to be administered in Canvas, and there's a time limit of 30 minutes, and they are all multiple choice. There are two exams during the semester, a midterm and a final. Unlike the quizzes, they are an essay form, and you'll have the week to complete them and then submit them. Here's the exam policy with the exam due dates. I encourage you to look through them. Disability statement. If you need any special accommodations, reach out to Disability Services, who will then reach out to me. Statement on academic freedom. Now there's two parts of this. The first is that plagiarism, working with other students, is not allowed. If you get caught, you will get a 0, and I have caught students before. The other part of that is AI, artificial intelligence. You can use it for research, but you cannot use AI to do any homeworks, exams, any of that. And especially the exams, I do check for it, and if you're found to have used AI, you will get a 0 for that exam. So do not do it. And then here's the course calendar. You have one every week begins, which chapter we're going to be covering that week, and the assignments, discussions, quizzes, exams is all here. So that's the syllabus. Let's take a quick look over at Canvas now. So this is the Canvas website. It's going to look a little bit different for you than you're seeing here. And I'll show you real quick. And so this is what it probably looks like for you. Let me fix that here. So on the home page, which is going to be the same as the modules page, you're going to have the bulk of what you need for this class. So for the syllabus and info is the syllabus we just looked at, and the course intro video, which I assume if you're watching this you found. Office hours. Office hours, as I mentioned, are by appointment only, and here's the Zoom link when we do have them. And then we have for each week the different modules. Then for each module, click on the overview and assignments. It's going to give you the week's learning goals, the required readings, and then you have things like the lectures for the week. So let's look at that. So for the lectures for the week, which are pre-recorded, you can find here. You can either watch them in this browser here, or if you click on the title, it'll take you to the YouTube page where it is.
Welcome to Nellis Auction.
And you can watch it there. You'll also find the links to the assignments here, the discussion posts, and the quizzes. As I mentioned, with the quizzes, they're going to be due on Sunday. The discussions, you have 2 that are due during the week. One is due by Wednesday and one by Sunday. If we go back here, you also find the lectures and assignments on this page here. And so you'll see that for each week. So again, you're not going to see all these at the beginning of the semester. They get released 1 week in advance. The announcement page, I do make announcements throughout the semester, and it will get sent to your email as well. Just make sure you keep up on them. The syllabus is going to have the syllabus tab, that is going to have the different dates that things are due. But just keep in mind that with the discussions, I can only put in one date for this. And so the date that is, it's the date that the second post is due. And with, again, the first post is due on Wednesdays. Modules is just the same thing as the home page. The assignments is where you'll find all the assignments for the course, in addition to on the modules page. Quizzes is just going to have the quizzes, and then the grades will be your grades for the class. So that's really it. That's the course. With a course like this, it's important that if you have any questions, you ask. We don't have any set meeting time, so it can be easy to kind of fall behind and miss out on assignments. So just ask whenever you need to. And that's really it. If you have any questions, let me know. And if not, let's have a great semester.